guys comfortable thinking later teens, mid-20s for Ty Simpson in Arizona than number three?
As a new head coach, right, coming in with a new regime, isn't it ideal to bring in a quarterback?
I would want, and I think that Simpson's traits and skill sets are perfect and ideal for the offense that Michael Cole runs. I just think because, and they're real, the size and the starts at three, it's just too rich.
Yeah, I could also see them in another scenario trading out of it. This is a defensive laden draft, and I think a lot of guys can be impactful for the Arizona Cardinals. But I go back to what you said, Ben. They need to find a way to get back in the first round if Ty Simpson is available. I think this is one of those teams that we could watch make moves and make some noise on draft day. Arizona is in kind of a it sounds weird, but a position of strength because you can actually trade back and maybe take your favorite player. Nobody knows, obviously who is going to change this franchise. This is about getting as much as you can get in this draft contract wise and maybe set yourself up for next year being able to either be flexible in free agency or you found out a lot about your young players. So draft the best available. I don't think you need to do that at three unless you think a guy's going to make some major impact right away when they step into the organization, or finagle that into more picks and figure out how you can get Ty Simpson late. That would probably be my plan if I'm Arizona going into this.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, but I agree with Mina. You have a concern at one of your tackle positions. You want to add defensive talent, and you'd like to get a quarterback that you think has the chance to play. If you can do those three in your first three picks, good start.
Yeah, that was a good start to the week, don't you think? Monday? What did we learn today? Santa doesn't know how to shake hands. That was a really important takeaway.
Back in the 70s, if you wanted to watch sports, it was not all available.
We think we have an idea that's going to change the world.
More sports on the air.
Somebody said you ought to find out about the satellite. Satellite? What do you mean satellite?
And they're maxed out on their credit cards.
It's the American dream.
We're going to go on the air at 7 o'clock. You guys ready for it? Welcome everyone to the ESPN Sports Center.
If somebody tells you can't do something, you kind of want to prove them wrong.
And welcome to Sports Center Happy Hour edition with Jay Harris. And what better thing to do with Happy Hour to talk about tonight's men's national championship game. We will do just that. Plus, North Carolina with a surprise hire, a big trade in the WNBA, and a request for a trade in the NFL. Lots to get to, so this is the first thing that you need to know right now. Number one, in our starting five, UConn and Michigan for the men's national championship. The Huskies going for their third title in 4 years. The Wolverines, their first since 1989. Injury concerns on both sides. UConn guard Solo Ball was in a walking boot yesterday with a foot sprain with plans to play. And Michigan guard Jackson Lindenborg sprained his ACL and ankle Saturday with plans to give it time. And Michigan is the first program to score at least 90 points in 5 first tournament games. The Wolverines are shooting 54% from the field overall and 45% from three. UConn, on the other hand, slowed down one of the best offenses in the country, holding Illinois to just 62 points in the final quarter. The Huskies will need to continue their defensive dominance in this game in order to lift this program. College basketball analyst Seth Greenberg is in Indy for the championship game tonight. All right, so UConn defense repeat that performance against Michigan's top offense tonight.
They got control the tempo and rhythm of the game offensively and defensively. I expect this team to be the 16 games out the win. They can keep everything in front of them, move that Michigan defense. I mean, that's what defense is always to be efficient offensively. Take care of basketball, shot pushing so you can set your defense. Really important. Then on the half court, make any throw and score. If they win, they make it a
keep them fair for you. Yeah.
The players with a joy that is contagious and it's something the team possesses. Hey, they are back in the show. There's reason to watch the Warriors again, no doubt about it. I just hate it from the standpoint that it's useless. I'll give the Shooters a chance to get out and play in a couple of road games to punch their playoff ticket.
We're leaving him to stay with a partner.
I don't want to see anything happen in this level because I need him.
My other favorite player is Stephen Curry.
He and Ant-Man are my two favorite players in the entire NBA to watch.
I agree with you. You live in San Fran, enjoy it, have a good time, get your popcorn, first round and out.
NBA analyst Danny Green joining me now. Danny, you said on the show Friday that you think Curry returning is a waste for this Warriors team. After watching him play last night, how do you feel now?
It hasn't changed. I wouldn't say a waste, but I don't see them making it out of the play right of the playoffs. I love to see these guys compete. I love Giannis. He wants to play at a high level, be there for his team and for the fans. So the mindset is definitely one that's appreciated, especially by me. But I just don't see it making any difference. Like, he played great last night and it's so lost. So it only proves my point that him playing is not doing any good for him or for the group really right now. It's the only thing that's exciting is for the fans. So I love that for the fans, love that for the city. But I don't think it's taking anything out of the players.
Yeah, I agree.
Finally, the running season in the NBA, which seeding race intrigues you the most in the final stretch?
Well, there's two. I mean, we're going to see where Denver matches up because they might end up seeing San Antonio in the second round. They get that third seed if the Lakers drop. But the other one in the East is where Toronto and Philly last week. The 5, 6, 7, or 6, 7, 8 seeds. I'm looking where those guys are. Charlotte Hornets, Orlando Magic. I'm trying to see who can get that 4 to 5, 6 seed, who's going to get playing, who's going to play Detroit, and who's going to play Boston the first round. So that to me, those games are so close. Half a game, tie, one game. That thing can mix up and come down to the last game of the season. So that one's going to be an interesting one as well. And I'm rightfully so with my own personal interest. I want to see where Toronto is.
You said on the graph, 5 teams in the East, from the Sixers at 6 to the Heat at 10, are all separated by 2 games right now. This is coming down to it. Danny Green, my brother, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kick off now. The 2026 Masters tees off on Thursday. The favorite, Scottie Scheffler, will enter the tournament as the world number 1 for the 5th straight year, tying Tiger Woods for the longest preparation tournament history. Reigning champ Rory McIlroy has the 4th shortest odds as he will try to become the 4th player in Masters history to win in consecutive years. Matt Barry anchoring today's coverage. Jay, thank you. Whose name will be at the top of that leaderboard come Sunday night? The Masters tournament. Coverage begins. R513 always provides great drama, not only Thursday and Friday and Saturday, but Sunday, sometimes the tournament can be decided again. We got Rory McIlroy a year ago after double bunking that almost had to fight his way back into contention. The weather has been perfect today. Expected throughout the week. Bryson DeChambeau, final group last year with Rory McIlroy, shot the 75. David Ray wasn't able to get his frame jacket. The opposite of fading away, Justin Rose. He went on a tear last Sunday in Masters to earn his spot in the playoff with the eventual champion Rory McIlroy completing his career. And when you join a tournament with only 6 players, you know the next time you come back to the place you accomplish that history, everything is going to be different.
I think there is a difference when you go back there and you are past champion and they present you with the green jacket as you walk into the pub house and you go upstairs to your locker and change your shoes and so yeah, I just feel like I'm a little more part of the club, which is an amazing feeling, obviously, and a feeling I'll be able to prepare for the rest of the year. What did you release on the 18th? Burden's not the right word. I was of laying over you.
wins before the Masters last year? 0. So, his GIR, green regulation, is not near as good as it's been. 80th is normally number 1, but he's back on. His timing is better. Landing is full. Well, Kyle, you can argue the competition with the players is the hottest player in the world. This is the Masters. In the 60s play, he's still.
Sure, why not? Alright, why don't you pick first? Alright, pick quarterback.
Really? You're taking care of me?
Yeah, Bishop is hide behind a mushroom. So, Raj. Easy. Okay, honest. Power. Alrighty.
Pick me.
Sure. Okay, guys, we need some people to stay here and guard the flag, and some people to move out and try to capture this.
Sheldon, you want to stay here and hold down the fort? Because that's all I'm good for. That's what it says.
You know that's not what we want.
Why don't you go out there? Maybe even your binoculars, your revolutionized paintball.
Stop it, you're being ridiculous.
Am I? Maybe this is my poor people skill.
Oh, it's definitely your poor people skill.
Since if I get shot at, I want to stay here and look at them fight.
What are you saying? You get around like that? What's that supposed to mean? Really? What?
Shoot you from right here? It's close to her.
Oh, come on, it's not gonna hurt that bad.
I'm telling you, from this distance, it's to her. You got hard. I'm not gonna shoot you.
I can't believe you're taking this out on me. I was just trying to get publicity for our paper.
That makes me seem like it was your idea.
I didn't write the headline, Sheldon. Did you even read the article? Because I talk about you continuously.
I know. And it just made you sound modest and charming.
Why can't you just be proud of me?
I am proud of you.
Really? Because you sound jealous.
Well, I'm that too. I've seen Inside Out. I know I can feel two things at once. Ow! Ow! Now I feel three things.
Hey, who shot you?
Denise, and me when I was running from Denise. What's up with you two? Well, it's kind of hard to explain. You know, things are going great when you worry that any minute you might screw everything up.
No.
Yes. If you really like her, you can't let fear get in the way. You have to move forward. And at a certain point, the fear of losing her goes away. I will let you know.
You were spying on me?
That's That's not the point. The point is, who was that man?
Fine, that was my ex-boyfriend. Some of the stuff was still at my house, and I stopped by to pick it up.
Why did you give it to him? Did you give him his stuff?
If stuff means sex, then no. If stuff means his water stick, then yes. I got the plan, gonna make a run for it, cover me!
So you're still talking to your ex-boyfriend?
Yes, and I'm not gonna apologize for that. And you need to delete that app from your phone.
Because you're hiding something from me.
No, because you don't trust me. What are you doing? Why are you doing already?
To the final buzzer. Watch all 6 games exclusively on Prime. It's win to get in as teams take their final shot to make the NBA playoff. The SoFi NBA Play-In Tournament begins April 14th, only on Prime.
Trust matters in crypto. Kraken has been building since 2011, rated the #1 crypto exchange by Forbes in 2025, and ranked #1 in security by Katko. Trade over 11,000 US stocks and ETFs, and over 500 crypto assets in one app. Earn rewards on eligible crypto. Manage everything in one place. And for a limited time, deposit and trade $100 and get $10 in Bitcoin. Kraken. Trade with confidence.
Kayla just discovered that on Vinted, her closet can make her extra cash. All she has to do is list and sell what she doesn't wear anymore. And with 0 selling fees, she keeps every dollar she earns. Don't wear it? Sell it. Giving my son a needle during an allergic reaction is traumatic for both of us. Food allergies are a lot to manage. So we booked a hassle-free virtual visit with a prescriber. And we said, hello, Neffy. The only needle-free epinephrine nasal spray for emergency treatment of allergic reaction.
I wish allergic reactions could control my life. I want epinephrine that fits my lifestyle. Something safe, works as well as the needle injector. It's easy to carry, and that I actually see myself using. That's why I said hello, Neffy.
Use it for signs of
coffee in the car. Previously on the Big Bang Theory. I mean, I'm not trying to be a gloomy figure, but this is my specialty.
is super smart. Seriously, you name like any book, I'll just sort of go on it.
Take this thing out.
Nah, a little choppy tonight.
Nice seeing the stars.
Well, it's a, you know, we love it.
Although he's so tall, every time he goes downstairs.
After the first couple, you know it. Got it, babe. That was a close one. I love you. Cheers, guys. So listen, I gotta be honest. But we sort of have another reason for asking.
We want to have a baby, but we can't do it on our own.
It could be because of the game me and my frat brothers used to play, where we kick each other in the balls over and over and over. But the doc says there's no time.
We just don't know.
What the hell, Butch?
That's always admired you because he's the smartest person we know. Well, there has to be this nice evening, let's all stop before anyone says any more things.
Leonard, would you be the father of our
No.
Living with thyroid eye disease, I didn't realize how much my bulging eyes and double vision were holding me back. But then my doctor recommended Tepezza.
Doctors have been prescribing Tepezza for over 5 years. Tepezza is the first FDA-approved treatment that treats the source of TED. In a clinical study, more than 8 out of 10 patients had less eye bulging, and clinical studies showed nearly 7 out of 10 patients who took Tepezza saw improvements in double vision. Tepezza may cause infusion reactions. Tell your doctor right away if you have high blood pressure, fast heartbeat rates, the face or feeling hot, difficulty breathing, headache, or muscle pain. Tepezza can raise blood sugar even if you don't have diabetes, and may worsen inflammatory bowel disease even if you haven't been diagnosed with it. Tepezza may cause severe hearing problems, including hearing loss, which may be permanent. Tell your doctor if you have any changes in hearing or if you are pregnant or planning to be, as Tepezza may harm your unborn baby.
Now, when I look in the mirror, I just see me.
Ask your doctor about Tepezza and visit mytepezza.com for Pam's before and after photos.
Side effects
impact was more profound than this year?
Well, I think the freshman impact was more profound because there were more really good freshmen ready to be profound.
One of the best freshmen in the country on display. It's Keaton Wampler. The two freshmen have been so reliable for Duke.
You also have the international players coming at the same time. They make more here than they do in the EuroLeague. And so, and they're old, they're pros. And if you look at the rosters in the Final Four teams, 3 of them have those type of rosters. To me, it's very interesting to see how my former colleagues are attacking this. Tom Izzo has kept most of his guys together. Dusty May comes in and said, whoa, I need to change everything. Which one is right? Which one's wrong? They're both right. Roster management is huge.
Couple more questions before we go.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, who's up?
Okay, hi, they're talking about expanding the NCAA tournament to 72 or 76 teams, and do you think that should happen?
I'll take that as a no.
No. With all the instability that they're in, the most stable thing for men's college basketball is March Madness. It has stood the test of time. We added those 4 teams. We didn't screw up the bracket because we kind of filled them in right at the top. There's no need for it. It's a proven entity. And this works. It captivates the whole country. People who don't follow basketball have brackets. They're talking about it all the time. Why would you want to screw around with it? It's a masterpiece.
Last question, who has the honor?
Yeah, so what is one tradition in college basketball that you wouldn't want to change?
Winning. The spirit of it, there's a genuineness to a collegiate basketball arena for a basketball team. And where the fan feels a part of it. And they are. The intimacy of our game it's the most intimate game. And I think personally it's the most beautiful game. I was in the moment of my players. That's the most beautiful thing about being a coach is 70 and I'm still in a 22-year-old guy's moment. Are you kidding me? How beautiful. And that's what a fan feels.
We are set to make some new March memories. 2.4 away.
Looking ahead to Monday, somebody's gonna be so disappointed. Where, as a coach, do you find the words to say if it doesn't wind up cutting the destiny?
Yeah, well, the toughest locker room is the losing locker room, especially in the Final Four, and definitely in the national championship game because you're that close. And there's not a certain thing you say, it's how you say it, how you embrace, you gotta feel your guys. I'll tell you this though, my goal as a coach was in the final game, I wanted my locker room to be emotional. I either wanted them to be jumping like crazy or crying like crazy. Because then I knew they gave their all. And that's what I would
tell them how proud of you for giving your all. And then you hug them and try to help them. And what's beautiful is when a teammate is helping. And so you see some of the great moments in sport that no fan sees during that time, the camaraderie, the teamwork, the love, the loyalty, collective responsibility, all the beautiful things. And they're manifested a lot of times the most in a losing locker. Although I'd rather be in the winning.
I was gonna say, in your book, jumping is better than crying. Ladies and gentlemen, can we hear it for Mike Krzyzewski?
Listen, thank you so much, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Because everyone in the world is is focused on that. Well, I think tonight is really, really significant also for two reasons. Number one, if UConn wins, then I heard it's gonna be on the Mount Rushmore. But if Michigan wins, we will have seen one of the greatest runs in NCAA history. They have been beating the brakes off people for 3 weeks.
Yep.
I mean, like, if they come out here, I mean, the games have not even been close. And like I say, if Danny Hurd wins the third, he's on the list. I mean, he's already been a great coach. He's already won 2. But if you get to 3, that takes you to a whole nother level. But if Michigan wins, we're going to be saying, because we haven't even been talking about that.
Yeah.
They just been killing people.
Plus 108 points in the 5 games.
That's
Plus
crazy.
108.
What's been the closest game?
I can't recall, probably 18.
Could have been Howard. No. That was only 21.
And they've been every year. They're winning by 22 a night.
I mean, and now they've been the last game.
The 18-point margin. Against Arizona was their one short.
Alabama 90 to 76.
Thank you. Okay, 15.
So it's like, we'll be saying, man, because we said that about that second UConn team, we were just like, yeah, right. They were just mauling people. And if Michigan can do it, but it's those to me are the 2 big storylines.
Can't wait to get it going. While yesterday was a day off for UConn and Michigan, it wasn't short on stories to follow. Michigan's leading scorer, Axel Lendeborg, has left ankle and knee issues. UConn's solo ball coming off his tournament high had a walking boot on his left foot. With the latest on those stories, there's only one person we need to talk to. That'd be Tracy Wilson. Tracy, good evening.
Good evening, EJ. Let's start with Axel Lendeborg, who told me after he suffered those injuries in the first half, he walked off of the court into that blue tent, and he was emotional. He was crying. He was saying to himself, why me? Why now? He told me that he couldn't sleep on Saturday night because he didn't know how severe those injuries were. But he woke up in the morning, had an MRI, breathed a sigh of relief because there was no structural damage. They were telling me it is an MCL sprain and a light ankle sprain. Now, he went through round-the-clock treatment, ice and stim, went to the Colts facility, did underwater therapy as well. And then this morning, he did some more treatment and then went to walkthroughs. There wasn't any full contact, but he participated fully with Chris Williams, the athletic trainer, telling me that he is good to go. They do not expect any limitations from him. He's going to come out here pregame, get taped out, do some warm-ups. But whether he will start will go through Dusty May. The expectation is that he will. Certainly, he's not going to be 100%, but expect him to be out here contributing and helping him for this Michigan team. Now, as for guard solo ball for UConn, dealing with a left foot sprain. And now we spoke with him yesterday. He was in a walking boot and he got twisted up with Taris Reed in that first half. And he too was really struggling, didn't practice at all yesterday. And then he returned and he went through round-the-clock treatment as well. And I had a chance to speak with some UConn representatives who told me he did not participate. But he did participate in walkthroughs this morning, and they feel comfortable with him as well. Certainly not 100% either, but he will be out here, and he will give it all he can, because again, this is a national championship game, but certainly these injuries, something to watch for both of these teams.
Always with the good information, that is
Indeed.
Tracy, always. And like Lendeborg, Chuck didn't get any sleep Saturday night either. But that was cigar bar related, so has nothing to do with the national championship.
We both gonna make it through tonight.
Exactly.
And he almost twisted his ankle on the way out.
The similarities are eerie. Let's look at some of the history since 1999. I mean, these numbers are staggering on the UConn side. 13-1 in the Final Four since '99. The Big Ten is 11-19. Wow. The 6 national titles. These guys, when they get to the championship game, they win.
They've gone up
They're
6-0.
6-0.
Yeah, amazing.
National championship game. But to do that tonight, Clark, is going to require quite the effort.
Well, I don't want to ever dismiss the championship belief and confidence this program has. I know it's not all the same
muck it up, saran wrap type defense, sandpaper type defense, making Michigan uncomfortable, and then they've got to execute at the highest level on the offensive end.
Did you see under you were just talking, you had high school parade